The pandemic has forced all of us to find new ways to stay connected with loved ones. But a Skype or Zoom call isn't quite the same as a chat face-to-face. And that got one British toy designer thinking. As Redmond Shannon explains, he's come up with a cheap and safe way to transport yourself into someone else's home.
Ross Atkin is a proud geek, a design consultant who's never stopped being the kid obsessed by Lego.
Yeah, I feel like the first job I got in design, I was like, really? They're going to pay me to design stuff and, you know, build models and do CAD and Illustrator and stuff? Like, because I was like, I'd just do that, you know. I'd do that. I was doing that anyway. He's
been designing self-assembly robot toys for 5 years. And when the whole world started Zooming each other during the pandemic, a thought occurred to him.
Having a video call is nothing like being with someone, because you're stuck in this little rectangle and you're completely dependent on what they're doing with their rectangle.
So Atkin very quickly designed this.
And I can turn right.
A cardboard telepresence robot
And I can do that.
using a simple smartphone app. Large telepresence robots for offices can cost thousands of dollars. Atkin's model, funded by a Kickstarter campaign, costs about $100 and is more about engaging small kids than big clients.
Being able to just leave the grandparents or the in-laws in the robot to chase the toddler around themselves without having to follow him around holding the phone. That then meant both of us could do something, he could play, and they could still interact with him.
It's not a substitute for babysitting, but it does add a new level of interaction for kids of all sizes, even news reporters too. Although I could have used a rear camera. Atkin also designs products for people with disabilities. He thinks larger versions could have many applications beyond the pandemic.
You can make some care tasks a lot more convenient for the carer and for the person being cared for, and you can end up with the carer being able to spend more time caring for the person because they aren't having to travel.
Being a tiny robot is not quite face-to-face contact, but as we've all learned in 2020, technology and clever design can help us feel that little bit closer to our loved ones. Redmond Shannon, Global News, London.